Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to episode number 352 of NoDQ&A video right here on NoDQ.com and the YouTube channel as always. Got a lot of questions here from spring.me/Aaron Rift. So let's get started here. First question today comes from KingX21. Hey Aaron, do you see Dolph Ziggler being in a major storyline anytime soon? And I have a similar question here from Miguel960. There's no doubt that injuries have had a drastic part in WWE history. Do you think if Dolph Ziggler hadn't gotten injured, he would still be World Heavyweight Champion? And same goes for Fandango, who would have won the three-way at Payback for the IC title. No doubt the injuries definitely hurt Dolph Ziggler and Fandango. Definitely didn't do them any favors. But as far as Ziggler still being World Champion today, unlikely. I think he would have lost it by now. And as far as him being in a major storyline soon, right now he appears to be in the WWE doghouse. It's really unknown why. There's some speculation that he said something during SummerSlam weekend in an interview that rubbed somebody the wrong way. Who knows? I mean, that could very well be the reason, but I don't know. I don't understand why WWE is not capitalizing on Dolph Ziggler's success and how over he's gotten with the audience coming off WrestleMania and the night after on Raw. I mean, that was the point where you should have launched Dolph Ziggler to the very top in WWE, and instead he's just right back in the middle with no real direction or storyline. So, I mean, that's extremely unfortunate for him, and certainly the injury hurt him as well. And another question here from XK Wilcox. Hey Aaron, I was wondering, with Ziggler being out of the title picture at the moment, could you see him possibly winning the next Royal Rumble? Personally, I would love to see either him or Punk win. Please answer in video. That would be a good rebound for Dolph Ziggler, but with that being said, I think it's unlikely that he wins the Rumble. I think that that's a long shot. Right now, the Rumble is still several months away, so it's hard to make a solid prediction for the Rumble. But if I had to pick a winner right now, I would say either Daniel Bryan or CM Punk winning the Rumble. And then, of course, you have to factor in John Cena and Sheamus if they make their return for the Royal Rumble. So there's just so many guys in there that it really feels like Dolph Ziggler would definitely be a major underdog to win the Rumble. And yeah, as far as future plans for Ziggler, I mean, it's really hard to say because right now you have the Alberto Del Rio versus RVD feud, and then Rey Mysterio's coming back, and he'll likely be feuding with Del Rio. So yeah, I just don't know, and you know, Ziggler's not going to be in the WWE title picture, so it's going to be a rough time for him. I think at least until next year, and maybe even after WrestleMania, WWE will give him another shot. Alright, this one comes from Nick Lombardi, I9. Hey Aaron, what do you think about the first match of the Edge and Matt Hardy feud? I think the build to their first match was great, but I hated how the match went. Matt Hardy didn't lose, he just lost really badly. What do you think? Please answer in video. I agree with you that they completely dropped the ball with Matt Hardy. When he made his comeback, I mean, they did a really hot angle where he came out, and it really felt like this was an outsider making an invasion. And you know, he mentioned Ring of Honor, and it felt like the whole thing was out of control and wasn't scripted and wasn't part of the WWE storyline. And the people were really behind Matt Hardy, and Matt Hardy's a guy you can sympathize with. His girlfriend cheating on him and going with some other guy. So, I mean, it was just a perfect storyline and something everybody could get behind Matt Hardy. And WWE dropped the ball. I mean, you know, Edge is definitely a guy that deserves the push. And, you know, they were building up Edge towards the main event. So, you know, they wanted to protect him. But really, this was the perfect opportunity to elevate Matt Hardy to the next level. And, yeah, he got embarrassed at SummerSlam. Edge just beat the crap out of him. And the match was stopped like after 5 minutes. I don't even remember all the specifics, but yeah, it was very disappointing. And then Matt Hardy lost the match where he had to go back to SmackDown, and he he was never really the same again. I mean, he always got a big pop from the fans, but he never regained that momentum that he lost. So, just like with Dolph Ziggler earlier, when the guy has the momentum, you should really capitalize on it and go all the way with that person and not get cold feet. And when something's hot, you should go with it. And, they didn't do it with Matt Hardy, and they didn't do it with Dolph Ziggler and other guys like Zack Ryder. When he was hot, they didn't really capitalize on it. So, I mean, WWE has definitely made some mistakes, and sometimes they just got to go with the momentum and not go against it. All right, this one comes from Crusade01. If Hulk Hogan leaves TNA, what do you think will happen to TNA? They've changed the company around Hogan. Now, if he leaves, what happens? Do they go back to where they were or change again? Well, first thing, if Hogan leaves, I think the Cats will be making more cameos in the videos. But seriously here, if and when Hogan is gone from TNA, and I think it will be a when at this point, not an if, you have to take TNA in a new direction. I don't think you should go back to the past. I don't think that bringing back the 6 sides is the answer. You need to change management around. You need to bring in new talent, and you need to have a new direction. You need to do something different and innovative, something we haven't seen before. And I think that that's really the key to TNA's long-term success. And if they just keep going back to old habits and doing what they used to do, they're just going to keep running on a treadmill, and they're not going to make any progress. So, I mean, yeah, definitely things need to change, not just creatively, but management-wise as well. I mean, the company really needs a major overhaul, and I've talked about this before. I mean, that not one thing will fix TNA. There's lots of things that need to be done for the company to not only stay in business, but perhaps even get to a higher level than what they've been at. And right now, they're just struggling to survive. All right, this one comes from Richie Koala. Hey Aaron, I've heard rumors that WWE is having plans about a match between Steve Austin and Triple H at WrestleMania 30 for control of the company. Have you heard these rumors, and what do you think of the idea? Well, there's been rumors going on about Steve Austin forever now, and here's the thing about Steve Austin. I don't think he's going to invest in a comeback if he's going to be wrestling somebody that he's already wrestled in the past. I think if he comes back, he's going to want to do something different and have a real purpose in coming back and something new. If he comes back, I think that he'll be in a match with somebody like CM Punk or maybe a Brock Lesnar, but Triple H, don't see that happening. And I really don't see a point in bringing Steve Austin back for the Triple H McMahon storyline if he's not wrestling, because let's face it, the guest referee thing has been done to death. And him being the enforcer or whatever, I mean, no point in him coming back again unless he's actually going to wrestle. So, yeah, I don't really see him getting involved in the McMahon storyline. I think that that's highly, highly unlikely. All right, this one comes from Val Venus 90. Hey Aaron, I read that the CM Punk and Paul Heyman feud looks set to continue through Survivor Series. Do you think we'll see a CM Punk Brock Lesnar rematch at Survivor Series or in the near future, considering how good their match at SummerSlam was? I would definitely be okay with a rematch, but the situation with Brock Lesnar is that he has a very limited schedule. He's only working about 30 days out of the year, and he's already used up about half of his dates for the year. So I don't think that they would even be able to work him into a match at Survivor Series. I think that with the remaining days he has, those are going to be used in the last 2 months leading up to WrestleMania, and that's where WWE feels the real value is in Brock Lesnar having a big match at WrestleMania. So, unfortunately, I think it's unlikely that we'll see a rematch at Survivor Series, but I would love to see it happen. I would definitely be more interested in Survivor Series if that was a headlining match, and but what could you do? I mean, they already had a no DQ match, so how do you follow that up? You have the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view in October, so you can't really have a Hell in a Cell match, and that's a problem right there with doing the stipulation pay-per-views. So yeah, I don't even know what you could do with those two guys to follow up SummerSlam. So, with that being said, I don't even know if it would be a good idea to do a rematch. All right, one more here today comes from Philly Fantic 1. Hey Aaron, what do you think the main purpose of WWE Battleground is? Is it a pay-per-view that introduces a new match type, or is it just another new pay-per-view like Payback? Please answer in video. Well, one would hope that it was done for a reason and there's some sort of meaning behind the pay-per-view, but it doesn't look like there is. It looks like it's just another pay-per-view from WWE with a random name that has no meaning. And yeah, I mean, it sucks. I would have liked to have seen maybe a War Games style match, bring back the War Games and have a WWE version of it. But then again, you have Survivor Series coming up. So, yeah, I mean, it makes no sense to me why they had to do this pay-per-view. And, 2 pay-per-views a month is really overkill. So I don't think it's a good idea to have 2 pay-per-views in the same month and then just have a pay-per-view with no meaning behind it, with very little build. I think there's only like 3 weeks between Night of Champions and Battleground, maybe even 2 weeks. I'm not sure exactly, but yeah, you don't have that full month build up. And yeah, I would have liked to have seen King of the Ring return. So when I saw on the pay-per-view lineup it said TBD, to be determined, I was getting my hopes up about maybe King of the Ring returning, but that should be in June. But of course they did Payback instead, so I don't know what the deal is in WWE, honestly. Alright, that'll do it for this edition of No DQ&A video. Thanks as always for watching. Still got actually a lot of questions I was going to answer today, but running a little bit short on time here, got other things going on. So if it said on the spring.me page, answered on number 352, I will get to those questions. Those questions are in my queue, and I will answer those on the next video. So stay tuned to that, and keep sending in your questions, spring.me/Aaron Rift, and stay tuned to NoDQ.com for all the latest breaking news regarding Night of Champions. With that being said, I will see you guys next time for more No DQ&A video.